Yo, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Salvation Elite. We are back with another video, guys, and today, guys, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Obviously, CDL Seattle is this weekend, and Rostermania continues. So, long story short, you know the whole thing that started the drama with Prestinni and the news that leaked? I Hold Shift is back at it again, this dirty dog. In a video, he said that he has an anonymous tip, anonymous leak, someone who's been right about leaks in the past. I mean, I would assume it's the same person that told him about the Prestinni news just, 2 weeks ago or whatever, but they're back at it again. So he was told that the Huntsmen are trying to move Gunless to OpTic Gaming.
I think OpTic Gaming is not done making moves yet. Now, do not take this and just immediately say that Shift said that this is 100% correct. I'm going to keep my source anonymous. Well, he actually chose to keep himself anonymous. I don't know who it is, but someone got into my email box and was talking about some of the moves that he thinks is going to happen this week, and all of them so far have been correct. He was saying, or she was saying, that Gunless after this weekend will be going to OpTic Gaming LA. That is a first word, not confirmed, not second verified source that I have no idea who it is. But the information so far that they've been telling me has been correct.
So there you have it. On paper, I mean, this makes a lot of sense. At the end of the day, the Huntsmen need to find a place for Gunless, because from what we know, they're over the salary cap in the CoD League, which means they're paying a luxury tax on top of Gunless's contract, whatever that may be. Let's just say his contract is, $150,000 or $100,000. They're gonna have to pay a significant tax on that, whether it's monthly or yearly. We don't really know what the numbers are, but I'm sure they'd rather not pay that contract plus a luxury tax if they don't have to. So OpTic Gaming is a really, really interesting situation as a whole. Of course, they've been going through some changes of their own, with Chino playing his first tournament with OpTic, replacing JCap. Like you heard, supposedly, Gunless is joining OpTic on Monday. So the big question would be, who would he be replacing on OpTic Gaming? Would it be Cheen? Would it be Tej? Those are probably the two most likely options. In my opinion, I would imagine it'd be Cheen. It didn't really feel like they had any plan to play with him in the first place when he signed as a sub, but because of their poor play, they had to make some type of move. And at the end of the day, the upside with Gunless and the fact that Tej and Slasher played with Gunless back in World War II on Rise when they were absolutely dominating makes a lot of sense. And on paper, though, if you put Gunless on this roster for Cheen, you've got Gunless, Dashy, Slasher, Tej, and Kenny. The natural gun skill, this might be one of the most talented rosters of all time when it comes to gun skill, because these guys are so inherently, naturally, individually talented. The bigger question is, can they figure out how to play this game, Modern Warfare, as a team, as a squad, and find a play style that works for them all? And I'm not sure if that's the case. I mean, Gunless, if he headed to this team, it'd be interesting to see where his role falls into place here. Whether the team would let him be kind of like the main slayer, which I think is what he wants to be on the map, depending on what roles Tej and Kenny are willing to play this year. It's hard to say exactly how it would work out without seeing these roles fall into place. But the upside for this roster is absolutely insane. It's massive. I mean, if things went the right way, they could easily be a top 4, top 3 team in this league. But of course, what we've seen with Gunless's teams the past 2 or 3 years is they start off hot, they rely on the natural talent and ability of the team, and then over time they don't have the ability to click. That's happened multiple times in a row now since World War II, which is really, really, really tough for Gunless, man. I like the guy, I want the guy to succeed, but it's just been such a problem for him and his squads digging through how to play games together and solidifying how a team plays. It's been a struggle. So the big question is, will this team succeed? I love the team as a whole. If this move actually goes through, I absolutely love the roster, and in my opinion, it'll be an improvement long term. But again, there's so many issues with how this team still needs to figure out the game and how they want to play, and where Gunless would fit into that team as a whole. I'm not exactly sure how it would all work out, especially with the personalities when you have Dashy with Gunless, and then you're considering that Slasher's still on the team. A Slasher, Dashy, Gunless trio is some big time personalities, to say the least. I would absolutely love to hear some of their disagreements in scrims and in their practice as a whole, because it'd get heated at times. But at the end of the day, the upside is really, really exciting. And I honestly think that in the long term, it makes them a better team as a whole. So I hope the move ends up going through. The other big move that happened this weekend was Awakening. The AM player who was on West R was now confirmed to be replacing Maux on the Florida Mutineers. So this is the whole situation why Maux was so tilted. We all thought Gunless was heading to the Mutineers to replace Maux after Maux announced that he was being benched. Obviously, that was not the case. And then the Awakening rumors started falling through. He's a really exciting player. A lot of people in the AM scene think he can be a star in Call of Duty. So it'll be exciting to see what he can do the upcoming few weeks. Of course, they don't play this weekend, but they play the following weekend. So we'll get to see what Awakening can do in place of Maux moving forward. I mean, Maux's struggle with the MP5 versus the M4 this year and not really feeling fully comfortable on either weapon. I don't know. The game didn't necessarily play to Maux's strengths, and a game really would need like a 2 AR meta. With how that team's built, when you got Skies, you really need a 2 AR meta for that team to work with Maux, and it just never really fell into place for him. And so I can understand why they want to make the change, but it is a little bit surprising considering it felt like Havoc and Maux were some sort of duo this year based off of like the rumors we've heard throughout the year and how those relationships kind of played out together as a squad. But I can see why Maux feels pretty hurt about this, because it felt like his spot was pretty secure after they added in Pharaoh. So big time news in the COD League this week. I hope you guys enjoy the CDL action this weekend, and it's a blast. Obviously, this news is big time news. If it actually ends up going through, we don't know for a fact if it is, but I hold Chip generally doesn't report information that he doesn't think is at least pretty freaking legit. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, like, comment, favorite, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. And a big announcement coming this weekend for something that's going on this summer. So stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled for that. But as always, guys, I'm Boy Savage Elite, and we'll see you next time. I'm out.